Hey guys, it's been a while since I did a vlog, but this vlog is actually going to be like a little story time just to get you guys caught up as to why I haven't really been that active. Just a lot has been going down. First of all, I'm back into the dealership field. Um, and it kind of does make sense. My degree was in marketing, my bachelor's, and a lot of marketing, sales obviously go on in the dealership. So I'm back in that field and I just feel like I know the material more, and I'm a very social person. I like being around lots of people. So I'm back in that field. I just feel like the office setting really isn't for me. I mean, yes, I will be working in an office kind of environment at the dealership, but it's more customer service oriented, and majority of my skills are very social customer service, all about the patients, clients, and so forth, consumers. And so I just got back into that kind of retail environment just because I feel like the office really wasn't for me. And I just also want to touch base that pay is really, yes, it's a big factor in someone's life. Making the big bucks makes you feel on top of the world, makes you feel super successful. However, it's not always good. Just because the pay is good, you could be very unhappy with your coworkers, clients, consumers, patients, etc., whatever kind of position you're in. So I just want to touch base on why I haven't really been around. I've just been kind of like depressed, upset before I landed this really good job with the dealership, and they're actually paying me pretty well. But the job before this, I made more money, and I did enjoy it, and I only worked there for like almost 4 months, so 3.5 months going on 4 months, literally. And then something happened, and it wasn't my fault or anything, but I think it has a lot to do with age discrimination against young people. I'm going to get into that in a minute. So the last job I was at was for like an insurance company. Sorry, my hair's like annoying. Was for an insurance company, and I was the youngest person there. The second youngest is like 48 years old, and I feel like it was a clique of older people. And the silliest things would happen to me at work. Like, I would go to work and I'm always like happy, good morning, very cheerful, because that's how I grew up and that's what I learned in school. Always have a smile on your face, even if you're like having a bad day, whatever. And I would go into work and I got paid like a salary position, so I liked that. I didn't have to worry about clocking in and managing my time like that. But I was with a lot of older people. There's like 7 of us. I was the youngest, and these old people would just criticize me, bully me to no end. And it was really sad because majority of them should be retired, but instead they want to keep working, which that's okay. Do you, but don't take it out on me that you're getting older and you don't like the way that I work, even though I get the job done. It was just a very like, I tried to enjoy my job, but I couldn't. I would go into work and my coworker was way past retirement age, and she was just always negative. If I had my heater on in, like, I live in upstate New York, it's freezing up here in the wintertime. So it was cold in the office. So I had a space heater. She would always complain. I think she just wanted to fight with me because I wasn't older. And she would bully me all the time and be like, "Are you hot yet? Turn it the hell off." Or if I had my phone on a low volume speaker, because, sometimes when you're calling like a representative at your job and you're trying to, or, I'm calling another insurance company, I'm contacting a representative, I would be on the phone. I'd be on hold for like a half hour, which is very long in the business world. I have other things going on. So I had it on the lowest volume possible, put it on speaker, because that's how it was in my other jobs, and she would just be like, "Can you stop doing that and just keep it on your ear?" She was always finding something to nitpick about. I'd come into work and I'd have a shirt on, and I hate winter, so I have a lot of short sleeves, but I managed to wear a coat, a scarf, gloves, all that. I'm prepared, well prepared for the winter. But then when I go inside, that's why I have my heater, and I can wear whatever the hell I want. As long as it's not like a tank top or unprofessional or something. But I would have like a nice cute shirt on, and she'd be like, "Aren't you like cold?" Like, always out to bully me. It was pathetic. And there was absolutely no kitchen at this job. The refrigerator smelled really bad. The office, they don't even know the last time they cleaned it or vacuumed it. They fired the cleaning crew because they stole something, I guess, or whatever. So They fired them, so that there was cobwebs and files from the year 2000. They didn't want to use a computer. And I'm like, this is like really ridiculous. Like, I should turn this company in. And I still feel like doing it, but I already have a job, and, karma comes when karma comes. But because there was no kitchen, I ate in my car and watched Netflix, Hulu. I like being independent on lunch, anyways, but there was no kitchen in there. And so I would come back from lunch, and the same woman would be like, I'm surprised you haven't run out of gas yet. And I'm just like, what the hell is your problem with me? Like, lay off of me. So you guys have no idea what I was going through. Like, everyone says it's the young people, but it's really not. Like, I've worked with, so many intelligent people, and I have to say this was the worst job of my life. Like, I never been bullied by people 50 years old and older, except when I went to this job. And then they would yell at me because I used the computer to type up my notes, which is my own notes for my remembering. I don't even know why it was their business, but they're mad that I didn't handwrite every single little thing on a notepad. First of all, they're mad that I wasn't handwriting on a notepad. I handwrote on a binder. They hated that. I typed my notes. They hated that. I still got the work done. Clients loved me. Like, never was a complaint. I'm a very hard worker. I have my degree. I earned it. I shouldn't be getting treated like this by a bunch of old people. And, they say respect your elders, but that's not always the case. They weren't respecting me at all. And the only young person that, keeps her job is, she's like 30. And I don't know how she keeps the job. I think maybe she's a friend of them or something. She's the only young person, the only exception that they treat with royalty there. And they were always comparing me to her, and they were like, you should be more like the old employee. You should copy the way she does her notes. You should copy the way, like, I was being told, like, to be somebody I'm not by old people. And it's like, I'm not a celebrity. You're not going to mold me into somebody you want me to be to promote me out there. Like, I know some celebrities go through this, and obviously they have the power to say, like, F off, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have the power because these people are paying me. And they just wanted to, like, clone me into the last employee. And I met her and everything, and she was very antisocial. She always was serious about her work, like, too serious. Like, I would say, good morning, so-and-so, and she wouldn't respond. I'd say good night. She wouldn't respond, as if she was mad that I took her place. Like, she wanted to start a fight with me. And we're the same age, so I'm thinking me and her will probably get along. I'll feel most comfortable with her because we're the same age. That wasn't the case. The bullying was getting really annoying because she only works when she's off from college, which is twice a year, but she keeps, her job and stuff, and she's the only young person that they're nice to. Again, I think something's up with that because they're mean to every other nice person. They're mean to every other young person my age, except this one. And not to mention, she starves herself and has passed out randomly, in the office. So I don't know if that's the reason, and they're, like, afraid that she's going to sue them, but whatever. I met her, and antisocial, didn't say hi or bye to me, was very serious about her work, and I was very cheerful and always happy. But I felt like they wanted to clone me into her, and they wanted to control the way I acted. And since I didn't act to their par, to the way they wanted me to act, they didn't like it. And this is probably the worst job I ever worked at. And I recommend that, nobody ever younger works at this place because you're going to get treated really badly. They expected me to do work as if it was 1990. I was born in 1990, so I don't really know how it was. I know that there was a computer, but that's when the computers came out. But I wasn't around then, so, our generation is used to computer, and the computers are faster. Like, if I'm on the phone with a client and they're talking so much, I'd rather type. I'm a fast typer, and they weren't appreciative of that. They weren't appreciative of how fast I typed or how I resolved the client's problems. They were just out to get me. They were evil people, 6 of them. And, I wish the worst for that company. I've been wishing every day. And I'm back in the dealership around women of all ages, and they treat me a lot better, and I'm very, very appreciative. You guys have no idea what I was going through at this other place. Working with 6 old bullies is not fun. Like, I dealt with this in school. Like when I was in elementary, I was very bullied, like by girls, like little brats. Like I was bullied up until high school. Like I had a few friends, and if the bullies wanted to make fun of me about something, my friends turned their back on me and backstabbed me. I don't need to deal with it with old people. Okay. Like you could be my mother and you were trying to clone me into somebody else, and you're not going to do that. Everyone's unique in their own way. You can't make another person the same as the other person. Yes, there are people that have similar qualities, similar personalities, but no one's exactly the same. That's rare. I mean, I was just very upset. I was going through a lot of things, and yes, I wrote a song. It's called If I Could Relive My 20s, and I did a snippet on my Snapchat. I don't want to release my Snapchat name because some people that view me might be people that don't like me or whatever, or people that I don't know. And I'm sorry, I just don't want it, to release that yet. Um, but anyways, I did a snippet of that, and there's actually a snippet on my channel here, and I just have to get in the studio. My brother is aware, and I'm thinking about writing another song. And I promise you that I'm going to release this very soon. It's just that I've been like so depressed. They did me dirty at that job, all because I wasn't a clone of the last employee who was my age. But it's funny to me. It's like you you'd rather have somebody that starves herself at work, then passes out randomly on the floor, and has a prissy attitude, like, and probably forces herself to get sick in the bathroom. I forgot to also mention when I was there, when she was back from her little college break, as if she's like 22 in college. Like to me, it's weird when you're that old and you're playing college. Um, so the one day she must have clogged the toilet or something. Now she's 30, like grow the hell up. I got yelled at for not staying to undo her mess because she didn't want to get her nails dirty. So they bullied me about it. They made me feel very low. They made me feel like not a team oriented person. And I said, well, nobody asked me to stay late that night. And it's happened to me with that toilet. Maybe the toilet has an issue, whatever. But I've been able to resolve that issue on my own. So why can't she? And her background, of course, was nothing related to business. She went to college for individual studies, and she was just a waitress. Like, I actually have a bachelor's degree in business, and I have a business background, and I got discriminated against because I didn't look like her or act like her. And it's really true, when they tell you in college, if you're in college right now, when they tell you that the discrimination continues, like people base it off looks, they base it off personalities, this is really true. And I feel like it's more strongly true with the older generation. And also in this office, the women allowed the men to do all the talking, as if women don't have a voice. And it made me uncomfortable working there anyway, because it's like in today's world, women do have a voice. And literally, because they were over the age of 50, the women were afraid to talk. So the men did all the talking. I had this one gentleman, like, I made like a minor mistake, and it was like my second month in or whatever. And he came and screamed in my face. And I've never had anxiety. I've never been like, I was always like a little nervous here and there about things like normal things, like going to the doctor, dentist, whatever, an appointment, or if you feel like not comfortable about something with your body or whatever, you get nervous, or in school, obviously, like over a test. But being nervous about some old man, like screaming in my face, like, and I feel like he was out to get me too. Like he hated how nice I was. Like I would be like, "Good morning," all happy, and he'd be like, "Yes" or "What," with an attitude. And you guys have no idea. Like it just wasn't fair. And it was just a long vlog of me ranting, but I just want to let you guys know that I believe you should respect your elders. But if they're not respecting you, get the hell out. Or if you do have an attorney, you should hire one. People have told me to do that, but I already have a job, and I just believe karma will come. Karma gets everybody. So, but anyway, that's why I haven't really been active, because I've been dealing with that and depressed about it, and I just feel like it's a shame. It's an embarrassment on my resume, if you will, because I work really hard to go to college and get the knowledge to share in businesses. Um, and again, at that last job, I was getting paid more than I am at this job, but this job is paying me pretty well too. So again, I was getting paid well. I was loving the money, but I didn't like how I was treated by old people. And it's definitely an age discrimination thing, because now the youngest person there is 48, except for the exception of Miss Priss, who's 30, who comes whenever she wants. Like she's playing, like she plays this little college game, like she's 22, where she's like back and she's like, I need cash on the side. Like, grow the hell up. You're 30 years old. And it just makes me more like upset talking about it. And it's not fair, but, um, I should have known that they didn't like me. And I'm always a good worker. Um, it's just like every time we go to lunch, I would see them gossip. Like as soon as I left to go eat for lunch, I could see in the window them gossiping about me. Bullies over the age of 50. And, everyone's been telling me to fight this, because it is age discrimination. I totally think it is. Because they're all stuck in some kind of generation where men only speak. They're stuck in a generation where we don't use computers. They're stuck in a generation where I don't know what. I mean, I'm just assuming here because, they wanted me to act like they wanted me to work like it was 1990. They wanted me to go find a file from year 2000. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. So I'm feeling a little better now at the dealership again. And again, that song, Relive Your 20s, will be available. And I'm probably going to start writing another song. But I just want to give you guys a heads up as to why I haven't been active and what's going on in my life. And I really hope you guys like the new song. I mean, the beat's great. So, yeah, and I'll try and do a little bit more vlogs. But I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I'm very excited to start my new job Monday. Be around a lot more people. And I just feel like I fit in more because it's more customer service oriented. I'm all about the customers. And I'd rather work around numerous employees than just 6, because the thing is, all 6 could turn on one person and bully them like I dealt with. Whereas if you work with numerous people, you can't get all those people against one person. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather work around numerous people than a few old people that want to bully you. But that's why I just haven't been active. And now that I no longer work there, I'm going to talk about them to you guys. And I don't really care if any of them ever come across my vlog on here. All I'm going to say is you're a bully. You should be ashamed of yourself for your age. And you should worry about your family and friends and not about me. And it's 2020 and everything's computerized now. And things are changing. Get over it. So, yeah. So I'm going to have some more of my wine there. I only had 1 glass today. And I was debating about making a vlog. I know it's been a while. So I'm just going to relax, enjoy my weekend. And I'll catch up with you guys next week if I can. I think I get an hour lunch in my new job. So maybe I might do some of those lunch vlogs as well with you guys. Because I feel like it's quieter in my car. So yeah, I just hope everybody has a good weekend. And that song, If I Could Relive My 20s, is done. I just have to get in the studio and master it and release it and get the views and see what you guys think. Hope everybody has a great day.